And now, it's The Law Show, a comprehensive look at everything you need to know about the law.
The legislation precludes stepchildren from making that application because they do not have the same relationship with that deceased person as a natural parent would in the eyes of the legislation.
Mm-hmm.
This is
even though they might have lived with them for 20 years. Right?
Exactly. This is one of the areas that I'm most passionate about. I hear a lot of clients say, well, we did our will on our own, or we went to someone who didn't specialize because we just wanted a simple will. We wanted to leave everything to one another and then to the children after the passing of the last of us. Absolutely. I agree with that. I want that in my will as well, but I'm a member of a blended family. And I'm the product of a blended family. So that's why I love this topic.
Okay.
I think everybody should know as much as they could possibly know about it. My husband and I have 3 children, and he has known my oldest child since she was 3. And he's really her dad on a day-to-day basis. Even though her biological father is still in the picture and we're all good friends, he is raising her. So we want our assets to flow back and forth to one another, because if something happened to me, he would continue to raise her. And she would stay with our family unit, even if I passed on. But let's say that I pass away the year that she moves off and goes to university. My husband's a little bit younger than me. He decides to remarry, because that happens. So let's say that he remarries someone a little bit younger than him, and she has children, or she wants to have more children with him. My child is now out in university, she's gone off into the world. Maybe she doesn't get along well with this stepmother who was never in the role of a stepmother. So she comes home less frequently. She starts seeing her biological family more frequently. She falls away from the family unit. 20 years from now, is my husband's second wife going to say, when we die, what should we do with Alyssa's money? Or is she going to say, when we die, what do you want to do with our money? It's no longer my asset in their minds. They've been the custodians of it. They've been using it for their purposes, which is entirely what I want my husband to do. But my daughter will not have a claim against their estates. When they write her out, she will be written out, and she will not have the potential to vary. So what I need to do in my estate is I need to protect something for her, or I need to ensure that the drafting of our 2 wills between my husband and I ensures a mutuality, a contract, as it were, that he will not strip his estate of assets and that he will not remove her as a beneficiary after my departure. So, and Leah sees a lot of that, I would suspect.
We do, absolutely. And people don't necessarily understand that a stepchildren or a stepchild would not have that right. And so they're not looking 20, 30 years down the road, because you can't anticipate all of that unless you go to a proper lawyer who can say, I can, look into my crystal ball and give you all these different scenarios that might happen and explain what might happen if, A scenario happens or B scenario happens, to give you that guidance.